Have you ever found yourself doubting whether your faith is valid? Wondering if the only reason you believe in God is because you want to believe in Him, not because He's really there? Today, I'll share what I've discovered when I decided to confront this doubt. Let's begin. I've wrestled with a quiet fear that my desire to believe in God made my faith less valid. If I wanted Him to be real so badly, how could I know that I wasn't just convincing myself? How could I trust that my experiences of peace and comfort were genuine, rather than things I was creating out of wishful thinking? For a long time, those questions made me doubt the very foundation of my faith. I felt like I was chasing after something just because I needed it to be true, and that felt like weakness. But then I started paying attention to how life actually works. When I met my wife, I wanted love. I wanted connection. I wanted a relationship that mattered. And when I experienced her love, I never once thought, maybe this isn't real because I wanted it too much. The desire didn't invalidate the relationship. The desire was what made me seek it out in the first place. And the same has been true with God. I've asked hard questions. I've sat in the quiet, wondering if I was just fooling myself. I've doubted my own motives, doubted my own experiences, and doubted my own ability to separate what was real from what I simply hoped for. But every time I've come back to seeking God, not just the idea of Him, but Him, I've found something more than my own desire. I've found presence. I've found peace that doesn't come from me. I've found hope that endures even when everything else around me is shaking. I've found a person, not a projection. And that's what separates faith from fantasy. I remember when I was a child, holding on tightly to the stories we were told about Santa Claus. I loved the mystery, the magic, the idea of a kind-hearted soul out there bringing joy to everyone. But as I grew older, the magic I wanted to believe in couldn't compete with the evidence I saw. And that's the difference. With God, the longer I seek, the more evidence I find. The more I ask, the more answers come. The more I press in, the more real He becomes. It's not just that I want Him to be real. It's that as I've pursued truth with an open heart, He has continually met me in ways that are too deep, too consistent, and too powerful to dismiss. I don't believe simply because I desire to. I believe because I've sought Him and I've found Him. And isn't that exactly what God promised? You will seek me and find me when you seek me with all your heart. Jeremiah 29, verse 13. Of course, I still have questions, and I still have moments where doubt whispers. Are you sure this isn't just what you want to believe? But I've learned that wanting God to be real isn't weakness. It's the beginning of seeking. And it's a valid thing to want because we are supposed to want it. And when we seek with open hearts, we find. Over the years, I've realized that faith isn't about silencing doubts or pretending I don't have longings. It's about bringing those longings straight to God and asking Him to meet me there. And He always does. So no, I don't believe in God just because I want Him to exist. I believe because I've sought Him and I've found Him. I've tested my faith. And through the questions, the wrestling, and the longing, I've discovered something real. A God who loves me. A Savior who gave Himself for me. A growing awareness of the presence that holds me even when nothing else makes sense. Faith isn't fragile wishful thinking. It's the courageous pursuit of truth, rewarded by the God who promises to be found. And as you keep searching with all your heart, you will find Him, again and again. Because that's who He is, the God who meets us, answers us, and loves us through every question. If today's devotion has helped you, or if you are struggling with doubts, leave a comment or prayer request. Let's remind each other that God can handle our doubts, and He rewards our honest seeking with the reassurance of His presence when we seek Him with all our heart.